Interestingly enough, I have not had my jersey retired anywhere that I've ever played. And
not good enough, I guess. Huh?
I know. So it doesn't, it's not something that I worry about. Again, when I think about it, I just signed a picture for B-Do, the strength coach, and there was a picture of me taking a shot, and we were playing against the Lakers, and it was just a random shot, and when you see it, I think about all the big games we played in this building, non-playoff games, playoff games, and those are the things that will always, stick out in your mind and you always remember, and people will always remember that. Regardless of what happens in the rafters, I look up there when I go up there. There's a banner, and that's what makes it so special.
But it must mean something to you if the team did do that, though, wouldn't it?
Of course, it would be probably one of the single most greatest honors in my career, because the impact that I've had playing the game. I still remember what it was like and how I was when I first came into the league, and I had no clue, what direction I was heading in or what I was going to be able to do for this game and the impact that I was going to be able to leave. So to be able to have an impact on a generation of kids, having on the organization, on the city is, it's truly an honor, and for people to recognize that, you can't get any better than that.
When you made your decision to come to Miami, was there any part of you who looked at the Celtics situation and said, even if they bring everybody back, how much longer is that sustainable, and maybe the Miami situation might be a little bit more? I mean, that has played out a little bit.
I don't think I gauged them off the other. I felt like once it seemed like the door closed for me here, then I had to put myself in a pool of free agency and decide where from there do I go. And obviously you try to put yourself in the best situation possible.
Do you still feel the door closed for you here before you decided to go to Miami? Do you feel it was in that order, that the door was closed for you here before you made that decision?
You were obviously ended. Funny feeling when you looked on the other end. I mean, it's not a team you would exactly recognize outside of Army.
What's the question?
Well, is it a funny feeling when you look down the other end and see a team that's...
No, because regardless of who's on the other side, the team is always going to be, it's going to be the Celtics. It's going to be a team that will always be connected to and a part of. So I think more so than anything, the faces of the franchise don't change, and the faces aren't necessarily always the players. Sometimes it may be a GM or owner, but more so than anything, it's the people. It's the people that you see in the building on a nightly basis that really make what this team is all about, and those are the people that I appreciate and I look forward to seeing tonight.
You mentioned the Celtics, closing the door on you in that offseason. Did you just consider the Jason Terry signing the door closing there, or what did you
we talked about this. We don't need to get into it anymore, but you guys, we know what situations were coming into that situation, so there's no need to talk about it anymore.
When do you think UConn's going to retire your number?
I don't know. That would be a good question.
What's holding them up?
Like I said,
do you still have eligibility?
I do. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go back further. My high school has not even...
Really?
Yeah. So I'm just over right now. I haven't had...
Has your high school retired numbers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not that I know of, but again, that's why I said I've never been in that situation to really know or understand what it feels like. So I guess it takes me to have to retire from basketball, and then we'll see what happens.
And that'll be like another 5 or 10 years from now?
Probably 15.
Yeah.
About your middle school? They retired your number?
They might retire my kickball number because I was a beast at kickball.
Have you thought about how much longer you want to play? Do you evaluate that after every season, or is that just something?
Yeah. It's like anything else. You don't, Yeah, let's go with it. It's hard to do it when you're kind of in the middle of everything. It's easier when the dust settles and you're in the summer, and now contractually, you have an opportunity to really. I have an opportunity to decide if going forward, what the situation of the team is, what the landscape of the NBA looks like, and how my body feels. So, I know I feel good. My body, I feel like it looks good. I don't necessarily feel like that's the impetus behind me continuing to play if that's the case. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to. So, I'll just take all things into account.
That draft class from 1996 is only 4 of you left. Is that you feel some kinship?
There's more than 4. There's more than 4.
Of the first round.
Jermaine, me, Kobe, Steve Nash, and Derek Fisher.
Oh, Derek Fisher.
Yeah. So 5.
Do you feel some kinship with those guys?
Oh, for sure. Because over the years, we start falling. You look around and you just you see guys. You had the predictive class of guys who would hang around. It takes more than just being good for 2 or 3 years. You have to have sustainability and taking care of yourself for a long period of time, and being able to be good not only on the floor but off the floor. Being good in the locker rooms. That it's a valuable lesson for young players coming into the NBA to learn how to take care of your body, learn how to be a good teammate. Being professional all the way around. If you do that, you stay around for a long time, and then ultimately, like every kid wants to do, is make a lot of money. You put yourself in a good situation.
In 2008, when you guys won it all, that year, the whole team was up for every practice, every game. I mean, you were focused. It was harder to maintain that focus after that, I thought. Is it the same case with the Heat that this year that maybe the regular season doesn't mean as much and that you just need to be ready for the playoffs?
I think each team, when you win, there is a sense of a letdown, regardless. Because when you're hungry, there's just a different fervor that surrounds the team, an atmosphere. If you've never won before, that next year there's a calmness that goes on, and that doesn't mean that you're playing bad basketball. It means that you've been there and you kind of have a relief. And I think sometimes that relief just kind of bites you in the butt a little bit, and it doesn't keep you with that hunger. But you still know how to do your job, and you got to figure out how to, rev up the engines when you need to rev them up. So, regular season playoffs, you just have to continue to figure out a way to win games.
How high does longevity rank on your accomplishment list for your career, just being able to be an effective player so late into your career?
Well, I had the chance last year of seeing Cal Ripken. I don't know who he knows in this organization, but he was actually there the day we won. He was in the family room, and I had the opportunity to tell him that he was one of the reasons behind when I came into the NBA. I wanted to be, reliable. And when I seen his career, I told him, I said, you were the main reason that I said, I don't know if I'm going to be good, but what I want to do is be reliable and show up every day. And he showed me that. He showed me that example. I didn't even know what his stats were, baseball-wise. He's a Hall of Famer, but I knew he came to work every day, and I said, I can do that. And I told him that that's something that stuck with me my whole career. And so, longevity is, you have to have availability. And, ultimately everything has to be in place where you have to take care of yourself. And as athletes, we have to, everything you do is, this is our commodity to our bodies. So you have to take care of it the best way you know how.
He was there when you won the title?
Yeah.